Hello everyone. In this video, we'll try to understand what is the background of one mutual fund and how is the progress and how is the returns, what is the portfolio for that, what are the details of mutual fund we need to look into that before investing in any of the fund. Let's get started. So, for example, I have taken a one of the mutual fund which is in the market from last more than 3 years. So that is Nippon Large Cap Fund. So for any of the mutual fund, there are two types of categories. One is direct and another one is regular. So if you see here, this is regular and direct. So I maintain the two tabs where to show the difference between regular and direct funds. So where you see in the direct funds, the fund value, the NAV is 97.1617. But when you go to the any of the regular fund, it is 87.5069. So the difference is around 110 rupees. Okay, the reason behind this one is on the regular funds there will be agent and fund manager who will manage the fund and they will get the commission, and apart from that there will be expense ratio which is like to manage this fund. What is the cost that is happening that will be happen on this fund. Okay, the expense ratio of this regular fund is 1.56, and when it comes to direct fund it is 0.66. It's almost double. That's the reason the NAV value was different. If you see the expense ratio also, these two purely depend upon the fund charges. So that's the reason NAV value will change for regular and direct funds. Okay, when it comes to the rating, okay, if you see the CRISIL rating, it is showing that 5 even for regular, and even for direct CRISIL rating is 5. So this rating shows that this fund has a very good experience. It has experience of more than 3 years, and this rating will be given according to the multiple factors which CRISIL company will understand the factors of the company and what are the areas they have invested and how was the growth in the last 3 to 4 years. Comparing to considering all these parameters, they will give this value. So this rating we should consider while we are investing, especially when we are investing as a initial investor or without any knowledge. Just try to have a look of the CRISIL rating. So what is the CRISIL rating? At least if it is more than 4 and 5, then only you try it as a initial investor. Okay, this first point to understand, to remember whether which fund I need to invest. Okay, coming to second point, fund size. Okay, if you see over here, the fund size is nothing but the number of persons who invested this invested in this fund. So if you see, around 35,313 crore got investment happen in this category. So this is more than 3 years experienced fund. That's why the fund has a this much of fund size. But when you open any of the small funds which is opened like 1 year ago, it will cost us some, it will show us a fund size of something around 3,000 or 4,000. So the risk is more high when the fund size is very less, and this is one of the factor we need to consider. So whenever you're going to invest in any of the fund, first is CRISIL rating, it should be 4 on 5, and the second is fund size. It should be minimum more than 15,000. Then only you try to go as an initial investment. Okay, okay. This is all about fund. Now we understand. Now we'll try to understand what all the funds they are going to invest. Okay, I'm giving 100 rupees. Where are they going to invest my 100 rupees? So that is called as a portfolio of the mutual fund. Now we'll go to portfolio. So if you go to the portfolio of this mutual fund, if you see, total 98% is in equity holding. Okay, and they got invested in 71 stocks. Okay, 71 stocks, and out of them large cap is 64, mid cap is 11, small cap is 3, and other is 90. Okay, so this shows that what are the companies, what are the stocks that is mainly converting our mutual funds to uh, some successive route. Okay, if these are the top 10 funds which are invested by this Nippon, and if these 10 funds going to decrease, like if these fund stock market price stocks, or if these 10 stocks are getting into losses, then obviously our mutual fund also goes into loss. So indirectly, our mutual funds again depending upon the stocks. But here the risk is less compared to mutual fund. The reason is they are diversified. Our funds is diversified into 71 different stocks. Because of that reason, our funds are safe compared to investing in, like if I invest some amount in HDFC, if the HDFC is go down, my amount is loss. But if I invest in mutual funds, my money is indirectly invested into HDFC, then that amount is safe and our fund manager will take care of diversifying the funds. Now consider ITC Reliance Industries is going in a very losses, and expectation is next 3 years they will be facing losses. Then the fund manager will remove Reliance Industries and they will try to invest the amount in different place. That's what's happening. If you see, according to the uh, uh, fund name, 9.81% of the share according to June 2024, and ICICI is 7.25 December 2023. If ICICI is going to give more profit, they will increase the fund on the ICICI. That's why they will manage the fund and they will change the value. Okay, so these are the seven. There are around 71 funds. Out of 71, these are the top 10 funds which is having the investments. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back the returns. Okay. Now we understand what is mutual fund, how to select regular and direct, and what kind of fund we need to select, and what's happening to our amount. We understand. Now we understand the returns of the mutual fund. So if you go to the returns tab, so here in the returns, two kind of returns again. One is lump sum, where lump sum is something like I have 1 lakh, I invested 1 lakh today. I'll see after 1 year what is my value. That is lump sum. Okay. And other one is SIP, systematic investment plan. So where SIP shows today I have 5,000. So I'll invest today 5,000, next month 5,000, then after 5 months 5,000. So I'll invest 5,000 per each month for 1 year. So that will goes around 60,000. Okay. So in this way, what is the difference? Okay. What is the benefit of investing in this way? What is the benefit of investing in lump sum? So, but for better understanding, I'll say 1,20,000 as a lump sum and 10,000 per month per 1 year. So we'll see what is the benefit I'm going to see after 1 year. Okay. So if you see the returns of this fund from last 1 week, that has a returns of 1.43. From last 1 month, this has a 0.46. From last 3 months, it has a minus. Why? Because in 1 month back there is a market was went little down, because of that most of funds it went into loss. So that's why it is showing -3. Okay. In 6 months it is showing 2.8, but if you see 1 year it is showing 21%, more than a average percentage of 15 or 12 percentage. Okay. If you even see the SIP, if you do the investment of 12,000 and for 1 year it is showing the returns of 6%. Okay. So we'll try to understand, these are the numbers which is being provided by them. So we'll try to understand in practically how this will work. Okay. We'll go to return calculator. Okay. We'll go to one time returns investment. Okay. So now I'm going to invest 1,20,000. I have invested 1,20,000 and I invested on January 3rd, 2024, and I'm going to sell on as on date today. I'm going to record this video on January 3rd, 2025. So if I do submit and I'm going to see, okay, I have invested 1,20,000 1 year back. Now the value of the return I'm going to get is 25,000. That is 21%. If you see in normal calculation, it is like more than around 2 rupees interest in the real market world. Okay. So around I'm getting 25,000 for 1,20,000. Okay, it is at 21%, 21% of annual return. Okay, now we'll try to understand SIP. So this is SIP return. So now we'll go back to the calculator. Good. Now I'm going to invest 10,000. Okay, 10,000. Same date I started last year, January 3rd. I started investing 10,000, and today I want to sell it. Okay, so totally I have invested 12,000 10,000 per month. Total investment is same like 1,20,000, but the returns is less, which is 7,700. The reason is you have not started investment from the day one. So you have not started investment, you have not invested total 1 lakh. So there is a gap for each month and you have started investing just 10,000 per month. So that's why the returns is less. But when you see in a longer period, the returns will be high. So same thing I'm going to change with a date of same, but it is a year of 2020. Okay. So I'm consider I have invested in 2020 January 3rd and I'm selling on today. Now the rate is the annual returns is 25%. Okay, now we'll do the same calculation on the normal fund. So total investment is 6 lakhs and profit is 5 lakh 23,000. Okay, when we do the normal investment calculation, so here I have invested, consider I am going to invest 6 lakhs. So here I have invested 6 lakhs, to sell value is 15 lakhs, so profit is 9 lakhs. So if you see even you invested 6 lakhs on the day one, you are able to see just 9 lakhs profit. But if you go with a SIP, okay, if you go with a SIP returns, if you go with a SIP returns of 10,000 per month from 2020 of the same day to today, you're getting 5 lakhs. Okay, so you're not going to invest your 6 lakhs on day one, you're just investing 10,000 per day, and end of the day you're getting 5.5 lakhs. Just the difference is 3.5, but the amount which you are investing is more systematic manner, and you don't need to pay the 6 lakhs on day one. Though the profit is less, the risk is less, and the investment is also less compared to day one investment. You can do the investment in different places. So if you do in that way, you will get more amount. So this is all about understanding of one mutual fund. So whether we should have to go for SIP and lump sum, that is completely depends on you. How is your funds and how is your cash flow and other things. But I suggest go for the SIP with small amount. Whenever you got something like bonus, whenever you got some profits, then you just have some small amount of lump sum in the safe funds way, though there is a lesser risk, though there is a lesser returns, but you should see that risk should be very low. Okay, then you can go for a lump sum investment. That will be a good move. Okay, so this is all about Nippon India large cap and direct plan growth. So this will show us how to invest the money and how to uh, understand the fund and what are the areas the fund got invested. And you can also choose, you can also go to the portfolio. So if you see this fund, this is doing a good returns from the day one. So considering those returns, you can simply go to the portfolio and you can even identify the stocks which is working on it and try to you can, if you want to invest in directly stocks, go for a stocks and start the SIP over there itself if you don't want to go for mutual funds. Okay, That's all from today. This is all about one of the mutual fund and how to invest and all the things. Like I'll come up with the new videos on the mutual fund and the stock market in near future. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe.